These days, my trips always start with this particular chorus. But in a couple of days, the voices in the chorus change significantly. Welcome to Parris Island, one of 2 boot camps for the United States Marine Corps. My wife and I are here to watch a special graduation ceremony, the graduation of her son from the boot camp at Parris Island. The point of this video is not to show our new Marine's achievement. While we are proud of him, that is more of a personal thing, and if he wants to make a video or if he asks me to make a video, that can come later. So there won't be any personal info here. However, if you happen to have a family member that has decided to serve the United States as a Marine and they get sent here, this is what you can expect. While the journey to Parris Island has become a little easier over the years, it used to be a series of trains until you got to the end of the line here at MSA, and then you had to get on a small ferry to the island. It still isn't the most convenient location. If you're flying in, you are between 2 airports, neither of which are major hubs. Savannah, Georgia is one option, while the other is Charleston. Savannah is the one that is slightly closer. No matter which one you choose, it's an hour-long drive through the South Carolina Lowcountry. For us, this meant a drive to an airport, TSA checks, a flight to a hub, layover time, another flight to Savannah, and finally a rental car to the area around the base. We chose the other option, a road trip. We planned on taking a 2-day trip each way, taking a slightly slower trip back. This didn't work out as planned, which was fine, but we did get some decent barbecue in Benson, North Carolina on our way down.
We've got brisket, pork, barbecue potatoes, and coleslaw. Over here we got brisket with collard greens and green beans.
We ended up staying in Beaufort, South Carolina, which is about 30 minutes away from the base. It's a charming vacation town with a surprisingly large number of hotel rooms available. Boot camp for Marine recruits is 12 weeks long, where the recruits are training constantly every day. So graduation is spread over 3 days, although we only attended 2 ourselves. The first day is an orientation for families attending graduation. It isn't mandatory, and you don't get to see your newly minted Marine this day. This is the day we skipped. The second day is the big one, Family Day. And it starts with a motivation for the Marines, not the families, at 7 a.m. Sounds a little early, doesn't it? Well, remember that you have to get to the base, get through security, which is significant, park, and find a place along the way to watch the ride. This means you'll want to be at the front gate around 5:30 or 6 a.m. So try and stay close. And if you think about complaining, remember that the recruits typically wake up at 4 a.m. to start their training every day. After the run, the new Marines need a little time to prepare for their time with you. Try visiting some of the base facilities. We went to the museum that was not far from the site of the run. You're going to be waiting for a couple hours. Finally, everyone will gather in the appointed area. We were inside as there was some concern with the weather. For additional family briefings, followed by the recruits scattering. At the end of this ceremony, the new Marines are released to spend time with their families, usually for about 4 hours or so. Expect these new Marines to head back to their units a little early. They have had punctuality drilled, pun intended, into them for 12 weeks straight. For us, one surprise was that we also received most of our Marines' baggage at this point, 2 large duffel bags. At this point, we also learned that he wanted to ride back home with us for his post-boot camp break. The lesson here is to make sure you have room in your car to get home or to the airport with all the new baggage. Graduation day starts early, but it ends early as well. Marines that are traveling on the government's dime are expected to get home by the end of the day, so they need to get them off base as soon as they can. For us, the graduation ceremony went from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., and it was something we were glad to see in person.
Marines have served aboard Parris Island since 1891, and more than 1 million Marines have been trained here. They've departed Parris Island for combat in conflicts throughout the world. The misty wheat fields of Belleau Wood, the gritty beaches of the Pacific, the snow-capped mountains of Korea, the sweltering jungles of Vietnam, the parched desert sands of Kuwait, Iraq, and Afghanistan, and every other clime and place where Marines have sacrificed for country and corps. The first called upon, first to arrive, and the first to fight. The Marine Corps, the nation's force in readiness, has answered the call to numerous hotspots around the globe, showing the world once again that the United States Marine Corps is America's premier 911 force. The Parris Island Marine Band, under the direction of the drum major, Staff Sergeant Lugo, and the enlisted conductor, Staff Sergeant Hubble. Staff Sergeant Strauss and the graduating Marines, the 3048 series. This series commander is Captain McLeod. Senior drill instructor of platoon 3048 is Staff Sergeant Murphy. He is assisted by drill instructor Sergeant Molinar, Sergeant Pascal, Sergeant Marks, and Staff Sergeant Machado. The senior drill instructor of platoon 3049 is Staff Sergeant Basuki. She is assisted by drill instructor Staff Sergeant Khan, Staff Sergeant Cantu, Sergeant Zono, and Sergeant Mihez. The Staff Sergeant Alexander. He is assisted by drill instructor Staff Sergeant Vasquez, Staff Sergeant Carr, and Staff Sergeant McCarran.
Ready, run!
The Regimental Color Guard. The Color Sergeant is Sergeant Griffiths. The 33rd Training Battalion Color Sergeant is Sergeant Belsain. Gunnery Sergeant Sanchez in the graduating Marines of the 3052 series. His series commander is Captain Stanley. The Honor Platoon for Company N is Platoon 3052. The senior drill instructor of Platoon 3052 is Sergeant Edwards. He is assisted by drill instructor Sergeant Powell, Sergeant Green, Sergeant Randolph, and Sergeant Bolsovo. The senior drill instructor of Platoon 3053 is Staff Sergeant Hill. He is assisted by drill instructor Sergeant Holloway, Staff Sergeant Hurst, and Sergeant Middleton. The senior drill instructor of Platoon 3054 is Gunnery Sergeant Hegwood III. He is assisted by drill instructor Staff Sergeant Batista, Staff Sergeant Cosgrove, Staff Sergeant Reynolds Jr., and Sergeant Ramirez Rehill.
As soon as the ceremony is over, the break begins and people start their drive home or head towards the airport. We stayed an extra day and did the return trip in one long drive. If you're watching this because you will soon have a new Marine, congrats! Do your best to attend the ceremony in person if you can. The Marine Corps Recruit Depot really does put forth the effort to ensure that it is a meaningful event for the families of their newest members.
Welcome to